In this video, I want to give you guys a quick update on a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 JRPG that actually got funded with the help of Kickstarter. That is Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Very excited for this one. Maybe not a game all of you are up to date on and following, but this one has a lot of potential to be quite good. Speaking of JRPGs, Nier Replicant version 1.2247448713 has gotten a bit of an update. We'll talk about that. And Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles Enhanced Edition, is coming to the PS5 in May. More on that at the end of this video. But Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes is getting some help for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. It has been picked up by publisher 505 Games. They are going to be handling the publishing of the game, and this is pretty exciting to see this game make some progress. Now, it's probably not going to come out for quite a while. If you go on the official Kickstarter page, it notes an estimated delivery of October of 2022, and that is for the digital version of the game, and actually the game coming out. October of 2022 is very far out. Sometimes these Kickstarter titles do run into a little bit of trouble. I always think back to a game like Mighty No. 9, but nevertheless, hopefully this does not end up like Mighty No. 9. Game itself looks really, really good. Great art style in this one, and obviously, if you're unfamiliar with it, this game does draw quite a bit of resemblance to a game like Suikoden. And of course, with studio lead Yoshitaka Murayama, that makes all the sense in the world. And the director of the game is Osamu Komuta. Both parties hope this title to be the first of many that will come out of a partnership, so this is pretty cool. Now, the game itself is going to be a JRPG that I think is going to be right up the alley of a ton of people. Maybe from a technical standpoint, it's not a groundbreaking, visual fidelity type of game, but it's not really something that's aiming for that. If you're a fan of Suikoden, if you're a fan of those games back in the day, you're probably going to really dig this one. I remember playing Suikoden 2 when I was so young, so I don't even remember that much from it. But I played the game on the Nintendo DS, and I remember liking it quite a bit, so definitely excited for this one, and good to see 505 Games helping out with it, and hopefully it sees a smooth progress leading up to its 2022 release. That's so far away that I don't want to get my hopes up of actually it getting a 2022 release, but this is for the PlayStation 5 game, so that is pretty exciting. And of course, it's also coming to PlayStation 4. It's coming to pretty much every platform: Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series, and then PC as well. I think it's covering all grounds there, but excited to see this one, and I think it's going to do quite well if they do deliver a quality product. And hey, if we have another studio that's developing high-quality Japanese RPGs, I don't think anybody is going to be down on that, and that'd be another exciting player in the game, especially considering I feel like JRPGs right now, more than ever, are incredibly popular with games like Persona, with games like Tales of, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts is still out there. There's a lot of IPs that are gaining quite a bit of traction, even more low-key ones like Atelier Ryza or something like that. It's doing quite well. Ys 9 just came out. A lot of momentum in JRPG as a genre in general, so cool to see that come together. Speaking of JRPGs, Nier Replicant version of 1.22 and a bunch of numbers has gotten a 10-minute gameplay demo, so definitely do check that out. Watching this, you can definitely see a significant visual upgrade right off the bat. Obviously, this initially came out on the PlayStation 3, and it does seem like they are making quite a bit of refinement. The video showcase itself, the protagonist in his youth as he visits the desert kingdom of Facade with the fierce warrior Kain and magical tome Grimoire Weiss. Following his visit, he investigates the Baron Temple, with his exploration culminates in a boss battle against a swarm of mysterious sentient cubes. Yeah, seems like Nier through and through. Now, this was a game that I remember playing on the PlayStation 3 and had a really good time with it. The element of the game that really always stood out to me was the soundtrack. The soundtrack in this game was just incredible, and they parlayed that into the success of Nier Automata. Where Nier Automata really shined was the enhancement of the gameplay, because that's where this one struggled a bit on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So let's hope that this one does turn out to be a better product than that. Not saying that the PlayStation 3 version was bad. I remember thinking it was relatively underrated. However, I do think with the quality level of Nier Automata, and because Nier as an IP has so much more attention, the expectations are going to be quite a bit high for this one, and I think a lot of people are going to go into it expecting a game at the quality level of Automata, which would be a little bit unfortunate because I don't see it hitting at that level. However, if you do deliver a high quality product and you retain the visual elements, the presentation elements, the music, and the interesting narrative, which Nier did originally have, all of that coming together, I think will still satisfy players. and they'll end up getting a quality product. I actually have the collector's edition on pre-order for this, so excited to get that and try it out myself. When it is out April 23rd, it'll be out April 22nd in Japan and Asia, so be on the lookout for that. I think that's going to do quite well from a sales standpoint. I don't think it's going to have to sell as well as Automata to, you know, be profitable, just because it is an upgraded version of a game that's already out. But quite a bit more than your typical remaster, actually, a lot more than your typical remaster. Okay, lastly, I do want to note, Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles Enhanced Edition is coming to PlayStation 5 in May. Now, this was a game that was released on PC all the way back in 2017, and it got a pretty positive reception, very positive Steam user reviews, 82% positive across 2,411 Steam user reviews. The game is sporting a 70 on Metacritic, so not the worst score in the world. Visually looks quite good, and this one will be upgraded to 4K and 60 frames per second. The PlayStation 5 version will be available at standard retail as well as in a Signature Edition for $49.99 via Signature Edition games. There will also be a Switch version of Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, and that'll get a refreshed Signature Edition in May for $49.99 as well. The game itself launched for PlayStation 4 and PC via Steam in July of 2017, and then it ultimately came out on Switch and Xbox. The Xbox version came out last, I believe, 2019. So it's been quite a few years since the game has really been in the news cycle, but it does note PlayStation 5 enhancements include DualSense wireless controller haptic feedback, DualSense wireless controller speaker support, 4K resolution and 60 frames per second, additional player character accessories, and the game also notes a vibrant open world full of things to discover and places to explore. Set your own pace, trailblaze across the world, or settle down for a spot for quiet fishing and farming. So this one will be out in the month of May. No exact release date has been given at this point. But that's going to wrap up this video. Again, if you're not familiar with the Yuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, be on the lookout for that one. Add it to your wish list. Just follow the status updates for this game, because I know a lot of you guys are super into JRPGs that watch this channel. I talk about them quite ad nauseum, so I mean, at this point I feel like I've gotten some people into them, or the majority of you are already fans of the genre, but I think it's going to be one that could end up being a really, really great game. And I believe it was the most successful or most crowdfunded game on Kickstarter in 2020, so that's a pretty, you know, insane milestone to reach. I mean, they cracked, I believe, $4.5 million. So that's quite the amount to raise for that. Nier Replicant gets quite a bit of gameplay, 10 minutes of new footage. And Yonder the Cloudcatcher Chronicles will be coming to the PlayStation 5 in May. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.